I just can't get rid of my gambling addiction. I've already lost a huge amount of money.
Sound familiar? In this opening eye coaching session, I will show you what is really behind the gambling. I reveal the shocking truth. Gambling addiction is just a symptom. It's not the real cause. And what is the real problem? Any addiction, it's something what your brain wants to tell you. The brain desperately trying to tell you something important for your life, for your well-being. Watch, and I will break down the real case I have in my practice. And in this video, I will uncover 4 hidden reasons behind addictions no one maybe talk about. And these 4 psychological needs drive gambling addiction. The first reason is escaping unbearable pain. The second reason is self-punishment and guilt. The third reason is chasing control or status. And the fourth reason is avoiding difficult decisions. Through powerful question techniques, we discover what the client was actually running from. And it had nothing to do with money. In this video, you will learn how to discover the real trigger, real hidden trigger of addiction. Also, you will learn why willpower will never work alone, and how the guilt keeps you trapped, and how to break free by addressing a real cause. Today we will talk about not only addiction connected with gambling, it will be connected with absolutely a mechanism of absolutely any addiction. It can be shopping, it can be watching TV, scrolling, it can be gaming, it can be even sex. Any type of addiction, it's something I can't live without. I need it all the time and I can't quit it. This is the addiction. It makes me always think about it. It makes me focusing on it all the time. I would like to ask you to share your story in comments. I will read all comments and probably I will try to help by answering you. Subscribe for more psychological insights that actually work.
I just can't get rid of my gambling addiction. I've already lost a huge amount of money, but I'm constantly drawn to play again. I don't know what to do about this. Please help.
Now, when I listen this voice message, I can say that it will be very interesting session. It will be very interesting case because it's first, sure, it's not easy. It's difficult case and it's very complex case. And today I will show you how our brain, through varieties of addiction, what we actually need. And this is what we have to deal with. I will repeat again that all types of addiction are only a symptom behind something much more serious. And today we will see this. Let's start. As usually, I break the client speech, voice on 3 parts: facts, thoughts, and emotions. And only after looking at this sheet, I can understand what is required more and what can be my first question to have the right direction of the session. So here, from his voice message, what facts I have. First, he already made the diagnosis for himself that it's gambling addiction. Then he said, I already lost a huge amount of money. He didn't mention what amount, but he said it's a big amount. Third, it's urge repeated, constantly drawn again, and as a fact he's searching and asking the help, and it means that he acknowledged the problem. Now, what about the facts? For me, is it enough, or here we can ask many questions? Yes, we can ask many questions. For example, how long he's gambling, have been gambling? Does he go to play in casino alone or with company? It means he joined someone or someone joined him. We can ask, were there big wins he only lose? We can ask here many questions, but for me, I don't see now how much he lost or how long he plays is connected to the real reason. But for me here, I have one question, and this question it will be: at what moment is the urge strong? It means when I want to go to start and I need today to feel what will cover something. It means there is always a trigger for it, and it will be my, I think, first question to him. At what moment is the urge strongest? Because it can be very important to understand the trigger will be important to understand his real hunger or real need. Now let's look at his thirst. So I can't read of it. I am drawn to it. I don't know what to do about this. Also, we see that he's confused and he convinced himself about all what is happening. He believes that there is something outside, not inside. I don't know what to do with this. It's confusion, lack of strategy, and basically powerlessness. And now we will see his emotions. I just can't. I don't know. Please help. What emotions we have constantly drawn from his words? It means helplessness, despair, frustration. What is a hidden emotions here? It's a deep guilt. Also, it can be anger, it can be shame, and it can be fear. So now imagine all this cocktail inside him, and what a pressure it supreme. Why guilt? So I mentioned 3 real reasons, and now I will mention 4 hidden reasons, like read between lines. The guilt: I have already lost a huge amount. I'm guilty. I ruined everything. The 5th, it's shame, asking for help, admitting weakness. And fear of consequences of himself, of the future. And the last one, anger at himself. He repeated, I can't, I just can't. It's irritation and own weakness. But what he experienced during the game, what emotion and feeling, what feelings after the game or after the winning and after loss, we still don't know. And this can help shed a light on the cause of gambling. I can even say that it would be the key also to the solution, because it's precisely the repetition of certain emotions, the desire to experience them again, that can be a cause of this addiction. Now, based on what we have, we need to analyze all varieties, all possible variants, what is happening in client psycho, to formulate again one first question very correctly, or maybe to choose another effective tool. So the game and what it means to the client, the need for it. What is the cornerstone of this session and this case? I see that the cornerstone of it to understand, to find the real need and what the game means to client. What is the need behind it? And now I will share with you 4 main ideas or concepts behind it. Let's say you can even try with yourself and see how it works. The first, any gambling, any game is a kind of anesthesia. Just remember, I want to play not to feel something, to escape from something, not to feel something heavy or unbearable. And during the game, a person gets the hormones of joy, happiness, satisfaction, pleasure, enjoyment, and this lasts for some time. And after that, a new dose is needed. The second, game is a punishment for something. That is, a person can punish themselves this way. Somewhere deep, they may have, I must suffer. And through the game and feeling of loss and guilt and regret and despair, I will punish myself. So defeats, shame, powerless, guilty, what we call suffering, and soul suffering. This is a type of punishment. The third, game as a pursuit of something bigger. Financial freedom, status, power, control. Here, the game is like a magic wand which will solve the problems of a different order. And the fourth, game as escape, as a postponement of some decision. To make gambling addiction, to not decide something right now, to tell partner, I can't now deal with this because I have bigger problem. So the gambling as a circumstances, a reason to postpone something else. Also, I can say that somehow the addiction can be a tool as manipulation, a reason not to do something, not to solve something, and accumulate debts, then pay them off, and thus postpone solving some other problem and making a decision for a long time. Like, first I will deal with it, and later we will start to handle another problem, solve another problem. So we have 4 possible causes of gambling, and which one is our client's case? We need to find out and uncover what really stands behind this. The client's formal request is, help me stop gambling. Experience this urge, but in reality, based on these 4 hidden reasons, causes, there could be also at least 4 requests. In first case, in case of anesthesia, he said help. His request is help cope with some pain, survive something. In case of punishment, his request is to forgive himself, change the perception of something, maybe to change even the vision. In case if behind it searching for something bigger, his request, believe in himself. In case of escape from solving the problem, how to gather the courage, how to become brave, and to start to solve the problem. And how to cope with fear. And now we will need the first question. And now we see 4 real needs behind the request. So it's close the pain, to escape from it, and to get rid of guilt, and feel good enough, or I'm good, I'm great, and to feel like his need in support also covered. My first question will be about the trigger. When is the urge strongest? What happens before this? And what activates this desire?
My ex-wife calls and starts reproaching me for being a bad father, for not taking care of our son at all.
So from this answer, we clearly see that the wife's call makes him experience humiliation, feeling of inadequacy. What do you feel when she calls? How do you want to react?
I feel like a loser, a bad father.
So it's precisely from this feeling, I couldn't become a good husband and I can't be a good father, that the client is trying to escape. In this particular case, the person, of course, need not one session, because they need cope with pain, to change the perception of themselves as bad and loser. Also to see the possibilities and internal resources for any new changes. Which is stronger, the feeling of pain from inadequacy or guilt for it?
Guilt that I didn't cope, that I couldn't.
So the hardest thing right now is to forgive yourself.
Yes.
Guilt is removed in 2 ways, like in childhood. Either by punishment, when we was told by parents, you will not go to circus, you will not play football, you will not go out, you will stay at home. So it was a punishment. Or by atonement. For example, you will wash all the dishes, you will sit and read, you will do something for you unpleasant, what you don't like, or you will stand in the corner, sit alone and not to have anything you like beside you. Adults punish themselves by another way. They punish themselves not forgiving themselves.
I understand. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is. When I lose, I tell myself, serves you right.
Look, now let's try to weaken the feeling of guilt and stop punishing yourself this way. How do you feel?
Relief that now everything has become clear. I'm ready to work on all of this.
So now we can accurately formulate the real client request. And his real request is to weaken his feeling of guilt and forgive himself, as well as increase self-esteem. I hope the analysis of this session will be useful for everyone who wants to cope with any type of addiction. Turn to a specialist and find the real cause of your addiction. Subscribe our channels and learn how our brain works, because our brain is really our real device we use every day.